Hello, dear one. I'm so glad you're here. Take a deep breath with me. Right now, in this moment, you have chosen to give yourself a beautiful gift. The gift of opening your heart and mind to something better, something brighter. I know that life can sometimes feel heavy. You may have felt worry about money, about your future, or about whether you're truly worthy of the good things you desire. I want you to know from the deepest part of my heart that it's okay to feel this way. We've all been there, wondering if life will ever feel abundant, wondering if we'll ever become the person we dream of being. But I want to gently remind you that you are already on your way. The very fact that you're listening right now means you are ready to step into a new way of thinking, a new way of being. You don't have to have it all figured out today. You don't have to force anything. Just by being open, you're allowing a shift to begin. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are simply remembering the truth of who you are, a powerful, deserving, and creative being. So many of us have been taught to believe that we are limited, that life happens to us, and that abundance is only for a lucky few. But that's not true. You were born to thrive. You were born to experience joy, love, and prosperity in all forms. It's already within you, waiting for you to recognize it. Right now, I invite you to let go of any pressure. You don't need to chase after abundance. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Instead, allow yourself to relax into the knowing that life loves you. Life is on your side. The universe is always guiding you toward growth, toward healing, toward the better version of yourself that you long to see. And as we spend this time together, I'll be here with you, gently guiding you back to that place of trust, of peace, and of knowing that you are enough. You are more than enough. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all the worries you've been carrying. You don't need them here. This is your safe space, a space where you can begin to welcome abundance, not just in money, but in love, in health, in happiness. You deserve it all, and together we'll begin to open the door to that wonderful, abundant life that is waiting for you. Abundance isn't something that comes from outside of us. It's not just about having more money in the bank or more things in your home. True abundance begins inside your heart and mind. It's a feeling, a state of being, a way of seeing the world through eyes that know there is always enough. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in a beautiful garden. This garden represents your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings. Whatever you plant in this garden will grow. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and lack, then those are the plants that will fill your space. But if you choose to plant seeds of love, confidence, and abundance, your garden will bloom with beauty, prosperity, and joy. Many of us have been planting seeds without even knowing it. We've accepted ideas from others, perhaps from family, society, or past experiences, that tell us life is hard, that money is scarce, or that we don't deserve success. These thoughts can quietly take root and shape the way we see ourselves in the world. But here's the wonderful truth. You can choose new seeds at any time. You have the power to tend to your inner garden and decide what grows there. Your thoughts are like the sunlight and water that nurture these seeds. When you focus on positive, loving thoughts, you encourage abundance to flourish in your life. Your body responds to these thoughts too. When you think uplifting thoughts, your body feels lighter calmer and more energized. This is the mind-body connection working in your favor. The more you align your thoughts with abundance, the more you create a sense of well-being that extends into every part of your life. You begin to notice opportunities you hadn't seen before. You start to attract people and situations that support your growth. It all begins with what's happening inside of you. There's no need to wait for some outside event to make you feel abundant. You can start right now by gently shifting the way you think and speak to yourself. A simple affirmation like, "I am open to receiving all the good life has to offer," can begin to change the energy within you. Say it softly to yourself and notice how it feels. You don't have to force belief. Just allow the words to settle in like a warm blanket. Each time you choose a thought that reflects abundance, you are nurturing your inner garden. Over time, these positive thoughts grow stronger, and you'll find that your outer world begins to reflect the richness you've cultivated within. Remember, abundance is your natural state. It's not something you have to earn. It's something you allow by recognizing that you are already worthy, already connected to the endless flow of good that life offers. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we carry thoughts and beliefs that quietly tell us we can't have what we desire. Maybe you've heard yourself say things like, "I'll never have enough money," or "I'm not lucky like other people." These words might seem small, but they hold great power because they reveal the beliefs living deep inside of us. These beliefs didn't start with you. Most of them were picked up along the way. Perhaps from things you heard growing up, from experiences where you felt lack or disappointment, or from a world that often focuses on what's missing instead of what's possible. There is no blame here. We've all absorbed ideas that don't truly belong to us. But now, you have the beautiful opportunity to gently notice these thoughts and decide if you want to keep them. Awareness is the first step to change. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," or "That's too good to be true," pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this really my truth? Or is it just a habit of thought? You'll begin to see that many of these beliefs are simply old patterns repeating themselves. And just like any habit, they can be changed with patience and kindness. You don't need to fight these thoughts or judge yourself for having them. Instead, meet them with understanding, like you would comfort a child who's feeling scared. Then offer yourself a new, empowering thought. This is where affirmations become your gentle allies. When you notice a limiting belief, you can softly say, "I am willing to release old beliefs about lack. I am open to new ways of thinking." Even if you don't fully believe it yet, that's okay. The willingness to change is enough to start shifting your energy. Each time you replace a limiting thought with a positive affirmation, you are teaching your mind a new story, one where you are deserving, capable, and connected to endless possibilities. Try speaking these words with me now. I am worthy of abundance. I welcome prosperity into my life with ease and joy. Feel the calm strength in those words. Let them wash over you like a gentle wave, soothing any doubt or fear. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Soon you'll find that the old thoughts visit less often, and when they do, you'll know exactly how to guide yourself back to a place of hope and empowerment. This is not about pretending challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to focus on the truth that you are not defined by those challenges. You have the power to create a new reality, starting with the thoughts you nurture today. Be patient with yourself. Change is a process, but every time you speak kindly to yourself, you are moving closer to the abundant life you deserve. Affirmations are like little seeds of hope and change that we plant in the garden of our minds. Every word we speak and every thought we think is shaping our lives in some way. For many years, we may have been telling ourselves stories that limit us, stories of lack, fear, or unworthiness. But the wonderful thing is that we can begin telling a new story at any moment. Affirmations help us do that. They are simple, positive statements that declare how we wish to feel and live. When we repeat them with love and consistency, they start to take root in our subconscious mind. At first, they may feel unfamiliar, especially if you've spent years thinking the opposite. But just like learning anything new, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Imagine your mind as a room filled with old, dusty furniture. Those are your outdated beliefs about money, success, and self-worth. Affirmations are like opening the windows and letting in fresh air and sunlight. You begin to clear out what no longer serves you and make space for new, uplifting thoughts. You might start with something as gentle as, "I am open to receiving abundance." Notice how there's no pressure in those words. You're not forcing yourself to believe something that feels too far away. You're simply opening the door. Another beautiful affirmation is, "Every day, in every way, I am attracting more prosperity." When you say this, you are guiding your mind to focus on growth, on possibility. It's important to speak these affirmations with kindness, not as demands, but as loving reminders of the truth you are choosing to embrace. You can say them in the morning to set the tone for your day, or in the evening to calm your mind before sleep. You might even write them down and place them where you can see them often. Over time, you'll notice subtle shifts. You'll begin to feel more hopeful, more confident. Opportunities that once seemed invisible will start to appear. This is because you're changing the energy you carry, and life responds to that energy. Remember, your words are powerful tools. Use them to build yourself up, to remind yourself of your worthiness, and to invite the flow of good things into your life. Be patient and gentle as you practice. Affirmations are not magic spells that work overnight. They are loving companions that guide you toward lasting change, one thought at a time. There is something truly special about looking into your own eyes and speaking words of love and encouragement. For many people, this can feel unusual at first, but it is one of the most powerful ways to build a deeper connection with yourself. When you stand in front of a mirror and affirm your worth, you are not just saying words. You are creating a bond of trust and kindness within. So often, we seek approval and validation from the outside world, forgetting that the most important relationship we have is the one with ourselves. Mirror work is a simple yet profound practice that helps us remember this truth. When you look into your eyes, you see beyond the surface. You connect with the part of you that has always been whole, always been deserving of love and abundance. You might begin by softly saying, "I love you. You are worthy of all good things." At first, it might feel strange or even emotional. That's okay. It's a sign that you are touching a place within that has been waiting to hear these words. As you continue, you can introduce affirmations that welcome prosperity and confidence. Try saying, "I deserve to be financially abundant. It is safe for me to prosper." Look into your eyes as you speak and allow yourself to feel the truth of these statements, even if just a little. The mirror reflects not only your image, but also your intentions and your willingness to grow. Each time you practice, you are rewriting old stories of doubt and replacing them with messages of empowerment. This simple act of self-acknowledgement can transform the way you see yourself and the way you move through the world. It helps you develop a sense of inner security, where you no longer need to chase validation because you have already given it to yourself. You may choose to do this practice in the morning to start your day with positivity, or in the evening to release any negativity you've picked up. There's no right or wrong way, only your way. What matters is the consistency and the sincerity with which you speak to yourself. Over time, you will notice that your self-talk becomes gentler, your confidence grows, and you begin to naturally expect good things to come your way. Mirror work is a gift you give yourself, a daily reminder that you are your own best friend, your greatest supporter, and that you hold the key to unlocking the abundance you seek. With each loving word, you are building a foundation of self-worth that no outside circumstance can shake. When we turn our attention to what we already have, something magical happens. Gratitude opens the door to more blessings. It shifts our focus from what is missing to what is present. And in doing so, it creates a feeling of abundance, no matter our current circumstances. Often we get caught up in thinking that we'll only feel grateful once we have everything we desire. But the truth is, gratitude is not a result of abundance. It is the cause of it. When you appreciate even the smallest things in your life, you are sending a powerful message to the universe that says, I recognize the good, and I am ready for more. Think about the simple blessings around you: the roof over your head, the food on your table, the kindness of a friend, the warmth of the sun. These may seem ordinary, but when you pause to truly feel grateful for them, you begin to notice just how rich your life already is. This feeling of richness invites more prosperity to flow into your experience. Gratitude changes your energy. It lifts you out of a state of lack and places you into a state of receiving. It's like tuning a radio to a different station, the station where abundance is always playing. You begin to see opportunities where before you saw obstacles. You feel lighter, more hopeful, and more connected to the flow of life. One beautiful way to cultivate this is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you are thankful for, especially things related to wealth and provision, no matter how small they may seem. Perhaps you received a discount at the store, found a coin on the ground, or enjoyed a delicious meal. These are all signs of abundance. As you build this practice, you will train your mind to seek out the good, and in doing so, you will naturally attract more to be grateful for. You can also speak affirmations of gratitude throughout your day. Simple phrases like, I am grateful for the prosperity flowing into my life, or thank you, life, for all the blessings I receive, can gently remind you to stay in that positive, open-hearted space. Gratitude softens the heart and dissolves fear. It reminds you that you are always supported, even when things don't look exactly as you wish them to yet. By appreciating what is, you make room for what can be. Life responds to a grateful heart with even more reasons to give thanks. So, as you move through your day, let gratitude be your companion. Notice the beauty, the kindness, the provision that is already present. In doing so, You align yourself with the endless flow of abundance that is always available to you. Fear has a way of creeping into our thoughts, especially when it comes to money, security, and the future. It whispers doubts like, what if I lose everything? Or, what if I'm not capable of creating the life I want? These fears can feel so real and overwhelming, but I want to gently remind you that fear is just a thought, and thoughts can be changed. You don't have to let fear guide your decisions or shape your reality. It's okay to acknowledge that fear is present, but it's even more powerful to remind yourself that you are safe and life is always supporting you. Trust is the antidote to fear. When you begin to trust that life is unfolding for your highest good, you release the tight grip of worry and open yourself to receive the abundance that is waiting for you. One simple way to ease fear is through your breath. When you feel anxious or uncertain, place your hand over your heart and take a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, imagine letting go of all the tension and fear you've been holding. With each breath, affirm to yourself, "It is safe for me to trust the process of life. I am always provided for." These words are like a soothing balm to the anxious mind. They remind you that you don't have to control everything. You can relax into the flow of life, knowing that what you need will come to you at the right time. Fear often comes from imagining worst-case scenarios, but trust comes from knowing that you have faced challenges before and have always found a way through. You are stronger and more resilient than you realize. Life has a way of surprising us with solutions and blessings when we least expect them. By choosing to trust, you create space for those miracles to appear. You begin to notice that things work out more smoothly when you're not constantly worrying. Trust doesn't mean you ignore responsibilities. It means you approach them with a calm and open heart, believing that you are guided every step of the way. Repeat to yourself, "I release fear and welcome peace. I am open to the endless support of the universe." The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes to face life with confidence instead of fear. Remember, dear one, you were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Life is your partner, not your opponent. When you trust in its wisdom, you'll find that abundance flows more freely, and you'll feel a deep sense of peace knowing that you are always exactly where you need to be. Your imagination is a powerful tool. When you close your eyes and picture a life filled with joy, prosperity, and ease, you are doing more than just daydreaming. You are planting the seeds of your future reality. The mind doesn't know the difference between something vividly imagined and something real. So when you visualize abundance, you begin to align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the very life you want to create. This is not about wishing or hoping. It's about feeling in this moment what it's like to already be living the life you desire. Picture yourself waking up in the morning feeling peaceful and secure, knowing that all your needs are met. Imagine the freedom of making choices without fear, the joy of giving generously, and the comfort of knowing that prosperity flows to you with ease. As you hold these images in your mind, notice how your body responds. You may feel lighter, more uplifted, or even excited. These feelings are important because they signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what you are envisioning. To deepen this practice, pair your visualization with affirmations. As you see your abundant life in your mind's eye, softly say to yourself, "I am living a life of abundance. Prosperity flows to me effortlessly. I am grateful for all the wealth I experience. Let these words weave into your vision, making it feel even more real and present. The more often you do this, the stronger your belief becomes. Visualization is like rehearsing for the life you're creating. It trains your mind to expect good things, to recognize opportunities, and to feel deserving of success and happiness. Even a few minutes a day can create powerful shifts in your mindset and energy. If doubts arise while you visualize, that's okay. Simply acknowledge them and gently return your focus to the feeling of abundance. Over time, those doubts will fade, replaced by a growing sense of certainty that you are on the right path. Remember, everything that exists in the physical world began as a thought, an idea, or a vision. Your dreams are no different. By consistently visualizing your abundant life and affirming your worthiness, you are drawing that reality closer to you. Trust in this process and know that each time you engage your imagination in this loving, purposeful way, you are stepping more fully into the life you desire and deserve. While thoughts and feelings are the foundation of abundance, the actions you take each day also play a beautiful role in bringing prosperity into your life. These actions don't have to be grand or complicated. In fact, it's often the small, consistent steps that create the biggest shifts. One of the most powerful actions you can take is to become aware of the words you use when you speak about money and yourself. Words like, "I can't afford that," or "I'm always broke," may seem harmless, but they reinforce a mindset of lack. Instead, practice shifting your language to reflect possibility and openness. You might say, "I'm choosing to spend wisely as abundance flows to me," or "Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways." These simple changes help rewire your thinking and keep you aligned with prosperity. Another practical step is to express generosity, even in small ways. When you give, whether it's your time, a kind word, or a small donation, you affirm that you live in a world of plenty. Giving with a joyful heart sends a message to yourself and the universe that you trust in the flow of abundance. It reminds you that there is always more where that came from. You can also surround yourself with positivity by choosing to spend time with people, books, and environments that uplift and inspire you. What you consume mentally and emotionally shapes your beliefs. So fill your life with messages that reinforce your worthiness and potential. A helpful daily practice is to set intentions each morning. Before you begin your day, take a quiet moment to affirm, "Today, I align with abundance. I am open to receiving all the good that comes my way." This simple ritual sets a positive tone and keeps your focus on what you want to attract. Journaling is another wonderful tool. Write down your thoughts about money, your goals, and the abundance you are already experiencing. Reflecting in this way helps you stay connected to your journey and recognize your progress. Remember, these steps are not about forcing outcomes. They are about creating alignment between your inner world and your outer actions. When your thoughts, words, and behaviors all point toward abundance, you become a magnet for prosperity. Trust that each small effort you make is building momentum. Celebrate your growth, no matter how minor it may seem. Every positive choice reinforces the truth that you are capable of creating a life filled with wealth, joy, and fulfillment. Keep moving forward with patience and confidence, knowing that you are steadily becoming the person who naturally attracts and embodies abundance. You have come so far already. By choosing to nurture positive thoughts, speak loving affirmations, and take small, meaningful steps each day, you are transforming your life from the inside out. You are no longer a passive observer, waiting for good things to happen. You are an active creator, shaping your reality with intention and love. It's important to remember that this journey is not about perfection. There will be days when old doubts try to resurface, but now you have the tools to gently guide yourself back to a place of trust and empowerment. Every time you choose a thought of abundance over a thought of fear, you are strengthening your connection to the limitless good that life offers. You are learning to see yourself as worthy, not because of what you achieve or possess, but simply because you exist. You are inherently deserving of love, prosperity, and happiness. There is nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to chase. Abundance is your natural state, and it flows to you with greater ease as you continue to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with this truth. Take a deep breath and feel the progress you've made. Notice how much more aware you are of your inner dialogue, how much more open you feel to receiving life's blessings. These are signs of real and lasting change. As you move forward, keep your heart open and your mind focused on the good that surrounds you. Trust that every positive affirmation, every moment of gratitude, and every act of self-love is building a foundation for a richer, more fulfilling life. You don't have to rush or force anything. Life unfolds in perfect timing, and you are exactly where you need to be. Whenever you feel uncertain, return to this simple truth. You are safe, you are loved, and you are supported by a universe that wants you to thrive. Let this be your guiding light. And as we close this time together, I invite you to speak one final affirmation with me, one that you can carry in your heart each day. I am open to the endless flow of abundance. I trust life to provide for me in wonderful ways. I am worthy, I am grateful, and I am ready to receive. Say these words softly with love, and let them settle deep within you. Know that you have everything you need to manifest the better you and the abundant life you desire. Keep walking this path with kindness toward yourself, and watch as life rises up to meet you with gifts beyond your imagination.